been a very worthwhile partnership that we've established with redk over the past probably 3 or 4 years now. Having a go-to person within redk who's got a wider knowledge of sugar and how that's been implemented across other customers has been very, very helpful.
Just the way they coordinated and helped us to get what we wanted. You know, this working together kind of thing, it worked.
The consideration that redk clearly give to the end customer, and so that we're not just looking for efficiency's sake within 2x2. We've got to keep the customer at the top of the list, and redk have been very helpful in challenging us on this. Okay, you're doing this, how's that going to benefit the customer? What value is that going to bring to the customer?
I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm the Business Operations Manager for 2x2. I look after the data and the CRM system on a day-to-day operational level within the business.
I'm Russell Stables. I'm the Operations Director for 2x2. Look after, as the name suggests, the business operations of the company, including oversight of the strategic direction of our CRM system. 2x2 started around 2009. It's a procurement services company, and we work with organisations throughout the UK. Initially, our focus was working with churches. We're very much interested in working with organisations who have a clear social impact and the impact that churches have in their communities. Certainly was something we wanted to support. We moved then to support charities, and we've also now moved into the education sector as well. We work with many schools throughout the UK, helping them buy compliantly. We offer procurement consultancy support, and we create group buying arrangements for organisations, and our focus is very much on how can we help organisations release funds for their core mission. Fundamentally, we want to understand our customers better, and we want to understand their behaviour, and that is a key strategic objective for us. And we see having a CRM system that works for us to be really important in that, and a system that we can develop as our business grows and as our business develops. So yeah, that's really what we see as the main focus of our CRM system. How do we understand our customers better so we can serve them better, so we can market to them better, is our main priority. If I think back to our journey on CRM, again, we started using Sugar CRM in 2013, and for the first, I'm thinking 5 years, we just looked after CRM wholly internally. So our IT manager looked after CRM, any tweaks, any additions, we worked with CRM. Maybe occasionally we bring in contractors if there was a specific piece of complex work. But the majority of the work was undertaken by ourselves internally. We then started having conversation with redk to understand what support they could give us, because we were aware that we're not CRM experts in CRM development, and I'm certainly very much of the mindset that you use expertise from people who have it, rather than always try and bring that develop that expertise in-house. If people are using the product every day, then it makes sense to talk to them and ask them for their advice and guidance as we develop. So we started having conversations with redk, and then began a relationship for them acting as our CRM development support. Again, in the first few years, that was probably more 2x2 would go to redk and say, we want this, can you do this for us, redk? And they would do that. Then the relationship developed further, where we wanted to bring redk on more as a strategic partner with our CRM development, and actually take a look at how we're using CRM, because we had bits bolt on here, there, and everywhere. We knew it could be streamlined, and we knew that the whole business, the way we're working, running our business processes through CRM could be improved. So we had a conversation with redk, then started on a fairly major CRM transformation project. redk took a lot of time working with 2x2 to understand our business processes, working and talking to various departments, and challenging as well, which was important, that it was no longer just a case of, we want to do this. It was, well, why do you want to do this? Have you considered the impact doing that will have on this department, that department? And we needed that. And then when we started embarked on the transformation project, the support we had during that, again, was very helpful. We never felt that we had been left on our own. The project manager, I would say probably daily, was talking to us, making sure things were on track, again, continuing to challenge, are we making the right call here? What's the impact going to be of that business? And then once that project was complete, the ongoing support we're getting from CRM, if we do want a change, and even the comment I often get internally is, it's just a tick box, or it's just a very small change. And whereas previously we would have just made that change, now we do have a process without making it too complex and too time consuming, where we run that past redk, so they can just assess, okay, what impact is that going to have on the wider CRM system that we may not have thought of, and undertake that exercise in a sandbox environment first, check there's no issues there, and then publish it to live. Whereas before we may have just said, okay, that looks fine, we'll make it live. So that reassurance that redk's brought, that challenge to ideas we have, has been useful, and as well as them coming back to us with suggestions, it's been a very worthwhile partnership that we've established with redk over the past probably 3 or 4 years now.
It was a long, hard project through lockdown, so the whole logistical process of trying to get everybody together to do it was hard, but the redk team were instrumental in us getting through that, because of just the way they coordinated and helped us to get what we wanted. You know, this working together kind of thing, it worked.
I think it's been really important that we've had consistent redk representation as we've been developing our CRM, and really part of that project team wasn't an internal team, and we just brought redk in as and when, very much involved in that team, and often leading it. The contact we had in redk, regularly in contact with us, and then helped us through the implementation journey, which has been really helpful, and again gives us that peace of mind, that just that check as well, that we think this is a good idea, but to have someone who's an expert within Sugar CRM to say, yes, that is a good idea, or actually I've had experience with another customer that would tell me, maybe you want to consider that. Having a go-to person within redk who's got a wider knowledge of sugar and how that's been implemented across other customers has been very helpful and very reassuring. redk would challenge the decisions we were making and the considerations we were having. So they would positively ask us, okay, you want to do this, why? And why was a question that was always asked of us very often. I think that was good, we needed that challenge. And then they also took time to help us understand, okay, if you make this change here, the impact that is going to have on the wider CRM system and the impact it would have on users. And so that was very useful and very beneficial. And I think moving to that, sort of increasing the relationship we have with redk to welcome that strategic input has been very helpful over the last few years. The consideration that redk clearly give to the end customer, and so that we're not just looking for efficiency's sake within 2x2. We've got to keep the customer at the top of the list, and redk have been very helpful in challenging us on this. Okay, you're doing this, how's that going to benefit the customer? What value is that going to bring to the customer? redk's input in that has been really helpful. Ultimately, it's impacting how we serve our customers better. And CRM is data at the end of the day. It's a system that's harnessing the data we have, but allowing us to control that data, allowing us to consider what data model we're using, which allows us to create meaningful reporting that informs the business, helps the business make better decisions more often. And that's what we want to be doing. We want to understand our customers more. We want to understand what products they're using, what products they're not using, how long it's taken them to use those products, how long does it take from our conversation through to them signing up to a contract. That's really useful information for us and allows us to serve our customer better and understand where we're bringing value and where maybe we could be doing better and bringing more value. So that data model that we have within CRM and the reporting we can get from that is hugely important, allowing us to make better strategic decisions more often. developing our CRM system has definitely been a journey, and it still is a journey. So we've not arrived there. I think that's good because we try and encourage a sense of continual improvement within 2x2, and that's very much within our CRM system as well. We can always do better, and we want to look at that, and we want people not to be afraid of suggesting changes, because we appreciate the system has to continue to develop. It is a journey we're on, and our customers' needs will change. So it's not, our CRM system isn't just about making the business more efficient, it's about serving our customers better.